my time, follow me on my YouTube channel, God First in bracket GOK TV bracket close. So, all right, don't forget to subscribe so that you follow me all the time and get everything, and like, share so that your brothers and your sisters also can learn from your social studies facilitator and Kojopo Junior Okoro. All right, so not wasting my time, we are moving on to another subtopic, which is challenges associated with political independence, or challenges that poses on political independence. So challenges or responsibilities imposed by political independence. Responsibilities or challenges imposed by political independence. So it's the same as challenges associated with political independence. Okay. These are some of the challenges associated with political independence, or challenges imposed by political independence. Okay, how to manage political and ethnic conflict. How to manage political and ethnic conflict. A political independent nation is confronted with the challenge of managing various forms of conflict that may occur in the country. This conflict can result from the display of tendency by members of ethnic groups, power struggling by political parties, religious intolerance, and other misunderstanding in the country. The nation would not be able to enjoy peace, unity, and stability if good measures such as efficient resolution agency are not put in place to ensure hegemonious living among the citizens or people in the country. That means the country cannot manage their conflict. And immediate a country gain its independence, that means that country is totally free. So everything must also managed and controlled by the political independent country, or a national independent country, or a country which is free from their colonial master. So they have the challenge. One challenge is how to manage political and ethnic conflict. Okay, how to ensure economic self-reliance. If you say how to ensure economic self-reliance, this is one of the major challenges of a political independence. Why? Because a country that gains self-rule from a colonial master is faced with the challenge of how she would ensure economic self-reliance in the production of food to feed the citizens, raw material to feed in the industries, and establish primary industrial, or establishing machines which they will use to produce processing industries, so that they can add more value to her primary products. And she can also be responsible to adapt good policies, so that they become economic self-reliant. So it's a challenge which are associated with a political independence. Okay, another challenge associated with political independence is how to create employment to elevate poverty. Okay, so how to create, so a challenge associated with a political independence. Another one is how to create employment to elevate poverty. So a political independent nation face this challenge of how to create more job opportunity in a country for the citizens. Such job opportunities help to elevate poverty from the country, and the living of the standard of the people can also improve, so that they can enjoy good quality life and develop socio-economically. All right, the job opportunity. Immediate a country gains self-rule or independence, the colonial masters will not support them anymore. So the government should make sure that the citizens will get job to do, which will help them to also get something, or have a good standard of living as a citizen in the country. Okay, another challenge associated with political independence is how to develop her human resource. How to develop a human resource. A political independent country also face a challenge of developing human resource, which develop human resource in order to also manage her internal and external properties or affairs. The nation is tasked to establish vocational, technical, and commercial institutions to help train the citizen to acquire what knowledge, skills, and work attitude, which will help the country to, in terms of what production of what goods and what service. And through this, it will help to increase what productivity, which will make the country, when the country enter to world market, they will earn what much amount of what income, rather than depending on their what primary product, over dependence on what primary product or primary resource. All right. So another challenge associated with political independence is the challenge of reducing high rate of illiteracy. A challenge of reducing high rate of illiteracy. If you say high rate of illiteracy, is whereby most of the citizens are not able to go to, or they didn't get access to go to what school to acquire what knowledge and skills, whereby they can read and what write, or they can become a skilled personnel, which will help the country to what develop in social economy. So it's a challenge for the country to provide them what or the citizens with what education, so that they can be educated to acquire what to become a responsible, independent nation. You have to educate your citizens or the people in the country to acquire knowledge, skills, and work attitude, which will help the individual to read and what write and also what count. So another challenge that faces a political independent nation is how to reduce the rate of what the illiteracy. The country is responsible to see that the citizens is educated to be able to what read, write, and what count, like I said. So you have to make sure that they can what read and what write, so that they can also contribute to what the socio-economic development of the country. All right, moving on. How to generate fund internally for what development is a challenge. So independent country, as a political independent country, is confronted with a challenge to how to what generate enough fund internally for what development. Then the challenge is adopt what efficient system to mobilizing what enough revenue from what tax, fund, toll, fees, and what levies. So this will make her able to also build what school, because we use taxpayers' money to do everything, and other what social amenities in this country or Ghana or every country. Taxpayers' money is what we use to also develop the country. So we have to generate fund internally to develop what the country. So the tax we pay is what we use to also what, and this is why it's a challenge. This will make her able to also build the school, hospital, and the markets, providing potable water and other stuff. Because when a country gains independence, the colonial masters will not contribute to any, they won't contribute anything for the country anymore, because you are totally what free from your colonial masters. So now you are about to also govern what yourself. All right, how to ensure adaptation of positive attitude to work. Yes, it's a challenge. How to ensure, because immediately a country gain independence, the citizens always think that they are totally what free, so they want to live better life and also enjoy quality life, but not hard or be in what hard form of what life. So they always play lackadaisical what attitude towards work. So they will go to work late, absenteeism, and they don't care because they are not competent, and also they don't dedicate themselves into whatever they are doing. They develop a positive attitude. So it's a challenge to the nation, so that the citizen will acquire a positive attitude to avoid the lackadaisical attitude, late comer, absenteeism, and also being incompetent, but rather they will be competent to workplace. Okay, they have to also make sure that a challenge that ensure the challenge associated with political independence. Another one is how to adapt appropriate technology and improve on indigenous technology for development. Yes, a political independent nation is confronted with a challenge of developing appropriate technology to improve in various sectors of economy, so that the economy can become very economically self-reliant or stable for the citizen to enjoy good quality life. The nation therefore they therefore have a challenge to introduce appropriate technology, tools, and other technological ideas to make work very faster and simple. So it's a challenge for the country to also adapt these technologies. All right, so these are some of the challenges associated or imposed by political independence. So development of human resource, I've mentioned them, and and also another challenge is managing human and material resource. So managing human and material resource is another challenge associated with political independence, because political independence is associated with how the independent country will be able to ensure the best combination of the human and material resource at the various sector of the economy to enhance the socio-economic development of the nation, which will lead to the improvement in the standard of living and or quality life of the people. So this are the challenges. Now we are moving to measures to meet challenges of political independence. So what measures can we adapt to meet these challenges? First, development of human resource. First, so a measure we can adapt to also meet the challenges. First, we have to development of human resource. This is where a country can meet their challenge, because the government or the independent country should also educate and train, retraining and in-service training for the citizens to acquire skills, knowledge, which they will use in work sector in terms of producing goods and service. So example, in-service training in a form of workshop, seminar and conference will enable workers to discard the old method of doing things and also adapt modern method in service training. So if we give out a training to the individuals and also develop a human resource so that they will acquire skills, knowledge, and also help in producing goods and service. Okay, development of natural resource. We have 3 types of natural resource. I mentioned them in the previous video, so you can check. We have capital, human, and natural resource. So we develop the human resource, and now we are developing development of natural resource. The development of natural resource can also help a country to meet the challenge of her independence. So exploitation and utilization of the country's natural resource will help her improve the socio-economic development of the citizens. So we have to make sure that we can transform or make effective use of our natural resource, so that it can also help improvement of socio-economic development of the country. Okay, development of positive attitude to work. We know that positive attitude to work is a challenge to independent country. So development of positive attitude to work. Since political independence is not looked at the bringing easy life and negative attitude to work, but view to call on planning, dedication, hard working citizens of the country to expect to work away from negative attitude or tendency at workplace, so that the citizen will have passion, they can be competent, they can be loyal and to their whatever they are doing as citizens, so that it will help the country to also develop and become self-reliant. So development so they will go to work early, not absentee, avoidance of lackadaisical attitude, like I don't care, they don't care about. No, then right now they have to also care by getting positive attitude. Okay, another measure to meet challenges of political independence is improving education and training. So a country to meet challenges of political independence, they have to improve in education and training. The challenge of a country political independence will be met if he improve the education and training of her citizens. So if the citizens have the education, right now what we are doing is form of education. We have formal education, semi-formal, and informal education. So social studies is a subject which inculcates the citizens or the students or individuals to get knowledge about the country and whatever they are interacting with, so that they can develop positive attitude. So through education, we will tell you that be competent at workplace. If you want to be this, we give you guidance and counseling, so that the individuals will develop positive attitude and they can become a responsible local citizens. All right, passion of a willpower. Yes, to meet a challenge of a political independence, citizens of the country should have the willpower to struggle for what the best. They have to have a willpower so that they will struggle for what the best of the country. They should try and make their country a better place at all costs, so that they will have they love their country, so they will kill themselves for what the country development. But they won't be like they are like a Adastika and other stuff. All right, development of a good international relationship. Yes, a country may meet the challenges of her political independence by developing a good international relationship. The country should make a friend and be at peace with all the countries in the world. So a country, to meet their challenges, they have to have a good relationship with every country. So a country, Ghana, have a good relationship with every country in this world. You can see China, they have a good relationship with most of the countries in this world, and every country, even every country in this world, they have a good relationship with them, so that they can have business among themselves, and they can also move and do transaction between this country to meet their challenge. So these are all about the measures to meet challenges of political independence. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave your comment, share, and